Okay guys, tonight we're going to tear this dryer apart. It stopped working the other day. You can see the laundry is backed up. What a mess. Anyway, yeah, first thing I want to do is disconnect the power. Unplug it. Right there. How good that's going to turn out. And we're going to pull it out from the wall. And we need to rip her apart, basically. Anyway, so I've already done this a little bit. I kind of put it back together so you can see how it comes apart. You get a knife, push in these clips here, and pull up at the same time, and the top will come up. Now, I thought at first it was because, take your ground off, I thought at first it was because the lint trap was full of lint, like down past it. Oops. Let's wreck it. These things here are okay, but they only catch the big stuff. What happens eventually, you get a buildup of lint down inside the pipework, and that if it plugs up too much, the dryer will get too hot. And the safety switch, there's one in here, down here, and it'll shut the dryer off so it doesn't catch fire. There's a few safety switches on it, but that's not the problem with this one. So, okay. I'll just tell you what I did down here. This one is a Frigidaire model. It's only about 4 years old. There's a red Robbie screwdriver from here, going from the inside. There's two of them, one there, one there, and then you pull on it. And there's four of these clip things hanging onto it. It'll slide forward. This will slide out of the drum. The drum will go down, and it'll sit on top of that lock. So what you want to do is undo your connections to here. And these were tie strapped up to keep it away from the drum. So you want to cut the tie strap off that, let it fall forward, and then you gain access to your fan and another switch down, a cutout switch I think down there. Anyway, give it a pull up. It'll pop off. Set that aside somewhere where it's not going to bust the controls. And you might as well just go ahead and take the top off. Just a second. I've got two hands here. Okay, with the top off, we're going to, before I can pull the drum out, we have to take the belt off. This thing right here. So we need to pull away from the wall. And you can see this one here, I need to replace my hose. Now these hoses here, I think, are legal now because they melt right there, and you get all this black lint in the back of your house. Anyway, this one's a star screwdriver. Let's see if I can set this down. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, hang on. Okay, on the back here, there's two stars. Remove them. One, two. Put the screws somewhere where we can find them again. Remove your back cover. I'm going to get a flashlight so this turns out a little bit better. Okay, with the back removed, you can see our idler and spring-fed tensioner. Now, these things are on, this one anyway, is on a slot down here. Springs on this side, and you can see it is cantilevers in there, like that. It pulls it over, puts weight on the belt. So, if you grab it like this isn't going to work. Pull this way, and up, you can remove the tensioner. Just like so. Kind of leave that hanging there. Oh, this isn't turning very good. There, just like that. And then your belt is off. Right there. That's all I want it right there to this. So, go back to the top. Now, on this one, I couldn't figure out why I had this black stuff in the back. It was squeaking. I think there's a bearing there that holds the whole thing, and we're going to have a look at that when we get it out. It was squeaking for a little while, but I think what happened is it wore through an element because it was sparking on the back. That's how I found out what was wrong with it. I had it running with the top off, which you're not supposed to do, but anyway, I bumped into it. I could see sparks coming from in here. And then it started glowing orange, and I could see down in there there's like a toaster element. I think there's two or three. Two, I think, on this one. and you can see the bottom one was working, and I had it set high heat and the top wasn't working. So then my wife tells me that she smelled something burning one day on it. Well, that's something good to know anyway. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take this clip off here. It's kind of just holding the drum up there, and see if I can pull the drum out. I think it should come out. It's going to have to come out forward, I think. Okay, we're going to try this camera angle here. See what happens. Red Robertson at the top. Change bits. Take that out of there. Put the parts aside where you can find them again. Now, I've never had one of these apart, so this Explorer 30 Sergio. I'm assuming that it just pulls out of the front. I was right. Get the damn thing out of there. There you go. Well, that was easy. Put the belt down there. Okay, we'll get a close-up of what's going on in here. Nasty! Yeah, that's what that squeaking noise was. Hang on, guys. I'll take it off the tripod. Okay, so this is like all the dryer is like a big toaster. Now you can see, now I'm not sure even how the bottom half was working. This thing was red last night. It's got one big element. And there's a piece hanging down here, so I'm not sure how this was working at all. I don't understand how that was getting red. Because if you look up top, there's a section burned right out of it. Here and here. Interesting. And it's got another, it looks like a heat switch or something here. Another safety there. And there's one down here. Right there. And there's one on the lint trap. Yeah, so now there should be a bearing in there too. I think it must be on the back side. It holds the whole thing up right here. Now this is the squeaking I've been hearing. That piece right there, rubbing on the back of the drum. Now where the heck did that come from? Up top. Not even sure how it did that. How it got out of there. Maybe the bearing is gone in the bag. I have to check this out. Hang on. Okay guys, this is the back side of the dryer. It's pretty crappy. You know what? I have no idea how that works. I'm looking at it. That sits down, and maybe that's what's left of the bearing. I don't see any pieces anywhere. Interesting. Unless they went down in there. Don't see anything in there either. There's a piece of something here. A piece of coil. Well, I still don't understand how that got hot last night. I had this thing working last night. Half the coil is getting hot, but I don't understand how. It was just burnt there. 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 And there. Of course, my wife tells me the other day, oh, I did smell something burning one day. Well, that's what was going on. There's an awful lot of grindings down here. I just don't know how that fits in there. What it is. I'm going to take that out. That looks like a fiber bearing. Hang on. Oh, wait, maybe I won't take it out right now. Not sure. Just a minute, guys. Okay, guys. That is some kind of nylon bearing in the backside, and it's pooched. You see right there. Just a minute. See that? It's screwed. That's what the squeaking noise was. It's been riding on the steel. You can see right. Hang on. Get the light on here. You see this hole's not wore very straight. So it needs an element and needs this. And I think because this dropped down, did it cut the top side of the coil off, rubbing on. And you'll probably see it. See the arc marks right here. That's what took it out. You see the burn marks on it there. That's what took the element out. Because this thing here Pooched it. Okay. So we need some pieces and some money. So I need a new bearing kit in the back and a new element. And we're ready to go. Sounds simple enough. And I'm going to clean it out while I get it in here too. The pipe that was in between here was full of lint. We said that already, but anyway. Yeah. So. Now if I would have fixed it when it first started squeaking last year, it wouldn't have been here right now. But it's not that much bigger of a mess. That coil, toaster coil, can't be worth very much. So, but it's that piece on the back that I have to get. So when I get parts, we'll put her back together, and you'll see it. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.